Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily, then distribute it everywhere and even earn money, all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's totally free with no catch. Ever since I discovered Spotify for Podcasters, it's so easy for me to create these meditations so you can listen to them. I highly recommend you give it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started. Are you looking to get the most peaceful, comfortable, restful sleep? Download the Sleep with Yogi Bryan app right now at your app store. I know you'll love it. Here we go. Let's get started. So finding that space, that spot, you can do this seated or you can do this lying down. Once you find that comfortable spot, softly and gently close your eyes. And just allow yourself to arrive. Invite your mind to meet your body. Bring your mind back to your body here in your space. Clearing away any expectations for this meditation, and clearing away all your to-do lists for your day. Giving yourself this time for you to just breathe and listen to the sound of my voice. Asking yourself, how does my breath feel? How does my breath feel? Is it smooth? Is it choppy? Is it deep or is it shallow? Just observe how your breath feels. Now take a nice deep inhale through your nose with the mouth closed. On an exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out, let it go. Again, close the mouth, inhale deeply through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out, release it, relax it. Now keep the mouth closed and breathe in and out through your nose. Find a comfortable, steady, natural breath. A comfortable, steady, natural breath. Nice and smooth. Now allow your body to relax. Allow your body to feel heavier, relaxing more and more. And scan your body from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. scanning the body and noticing any tension in the body. And once you notice that tension, your body knows exactly what to do to release that tension. Each and every breath you take, release that tension, you relax even more and more. Feeling a wave of relaxation all throughout your body as you breathe and as you listen to the sound of my voice. And allow your thoughts to be. Allow your thoughts to roll in and roll out like you're watching a movie. Observe the thoughts, watch the thoughts. And there's nothing to do or control with your thoughts. Just watch, just observe like you're watching a movie. Now see your thoughts on that TV screen, and the TV screen starts to get smaller and smaller, smaller and smaller, until you just can't see your thoughts anymore. Fully relaxing the mind. Fully relaxing the body. There you go. Fully relaxed. And in just a moment, I'm curious. There's a place in your head where you hear that critical voice. Maybe that negative voice. There's a place in your head where that voice is located. I wonder if you can pinpoint exactly where that voice is coming from. Some people feel it on the top of their head or the side of their head or directly in front. And if you're thinking, what voice? That's the voice. Where exactly is that voice in your head? Pinpoint exactly where it is. And once you know exactly where that voice is, you may start to see a color coming from this part of your head. First color you see, some people see multiple colors. Other people don't see a color at all, and that's okay. Just stay with the feeling, stay with the sensation. What color do you see? What do you feel? This voice in your head. And now in your mind's eye, pull this color out, pull this voice out of your head. Pull this color, pull this feeling, pull this voice out of your head and shape it into a ball out in front of you. Pull this color, pull this voice out of your head, shape it into a ball out in front of you. Sometimes that voice hides, so pull it all out. Make sure you get that voice all out of your head. Once you pull it out, sometimes the color changes, sometimes it stays the same. Shape it into a ball out in front of you. And once you have this voice, this ball out in front of you, just notice this ball, see this ball. What color is it? Does it have a smell? Do you hear a sound? and you realize that this ball is spinning in a certain direction. Now spin this ball in the opposite direction. Spin it in the opposite direction faster, faster, 10 times faster, faster. Keep spinning it as fast as you can until you truly transform this voice. And once you do, once you know that this voice is transformed, place it back in your head in the spot it came from. Notice how you feel. Notice how you feel. And in just a moment, I'm curious, I wonder if you can think of a person that has always had your back. I wonder if you can think of this person that always said encouraging things to you, always was there for you. And you hear their voice. Some people might think of a relative or a friend or a coach. This mentor that you've had throughout your life. Maybe it's a make-believe mentor. Maybe you make up this person. Now, hear and feel this mentor's voice. What are they saying to you? This is that person that always has your back, always gives you encouragement, is honest, and tells you what you need to hear. Add anything else you need to hear in this voice. And add this voice in your head, like you're downloading a computer program. Making sure this voice says, you're always loved, and you're never, ever, ever alone. Hear this voice in your head, this transformed voice, this mentor, and anything else you'd like to add to this voice. And in just a moment, you'll float out of your body and you'll go all the way back to before you were born, before you were an embryo, a single cell embryo. Now, float out of your body, go all the way back to before you were created, before you were a single cell embryo, into space, into nothingness. And as you're in space, as you're nothingness, you hear this voice. You hear your mentor. You hear that you're always loved and you're never, ever, ever alone. Now from this space, pass through the veil, and you're a single cell embryo in your mother's womb. You're a single cell embryo in your mother's womb. Now download this voice, this caring voice, this loving voice, always has your back. And you're always loved. And you're never, ever, ever alone. And as you're this single cell embryo, you're surrounded by billions of cells in your mother's womb, so you're truly never alone. This voice is downloaded, and now that single cell embryo multiplies to 2, to 4, to 6, to 100, 200, 300, 1,000, 100,000, millions, until you're born. And when you're born, you hear this voice, your mentor's voice, your voice, this loving voice, that you're always loved. You're never, ever, ever alone. When you're born, now take yourself through your childhood. Take yourself through the timeline of your life, all the way to the present day. And any time you needed this voice in your childhood, your adolescence, as an adult, this voice is there. This voice is with you, this transformed voice. This voice that always has your back and reminds you that you're always loved. You're never, ever, ever alone. Walk through the timeline of your life until the present moment. Anytime you needed that voice, it's there. Anytime you needed encouragement, confidence, self-esteem boost, that voice is there. Coming back to the present moment, coming back to the now. Once you're here, float out of your body again, all the way to before you were a single cell embryo, when you're in space, and you hear this voice, this loving voice. Pass through the veil. You're a single cell embryo. Download that voice. Cells start to multiply all the way until you're born. You hear that voice. Take yourself through the timeline of your life all the way until the present moment. And you hear that voice, that loving voice, when you needed it the most. All the way to the present moment. Coming back to the present moment. Coming back to the now. Just knowing this voice is downloaded, it's there for you at any time, at any place. Because you're always loved, and you're never, ever, ever alone. And you can stay here as long as you like in this meditation. You can go back, listening to your voice. You can stay here as long as you'd like. If you'd like to come out of the meditation, start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. If you're lying down, make your way to an easy seat. Taking small movements. And once you're in your easy seat, legs crossed, bring your hands to heart center now. Bow the chin a little bit, eyes closed. Just noticing how you feel. This confidence, this self-esteem booster. You transform the voice in your head to a loving, caring, encouraging voice. You because you're always loved. And you're never, ever, ever alone. Thank you so much for meditating with me today. Have an amazing, wonderful, fantastic, encouraging, positive day. Namaste.